Prince Andrew dealt blow as Brits issue verdict on latest royal appearance. Prince Andrew made a surprise appearance at this year's Easter Matins Service. Prince Andrew has been dealt a major blow as royal family fans vote that he shouldn't make any more public appearances in an official capacity. The 65-year-old was joined by his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, at the royal family's Easter Matins service on April 20. The former couple who divorced in 1996 were also joined by their two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. The Duke and Duchess of York's son-in-laws, Edoardo Mapelli and Jack Brooksbank, also joined them. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. With his appearance surprising many royal fans, Express readers were asked in a poll whether they believe Andrew should be allowed to make more appearances at public events. In the poll, which ran between 7:15 a.m. on April 21 and 5 p.m. on April 22, 3,336 of the 4,776 people who voted, 70%, shared that they don't think Andrew should return to appearing at public events, while 1,330 voted that he should. A minority of 110 people shared that they were unsure. Taking to the comment section, fans appeared to suggest that whilst he shouldn't appear at public events, the royal should be entitled to attend private events with the family as they are different. Prince Andrew will never risk visiting Prince Harry and Meghan amid calls for fresh FBI investigation. Prince Andrew is terrified to visit the US amid calls for a fresh FBI probe into the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, sources have claimed. The Duke of York fears arrest, civil lawsuits, or being subpoenaed if he travels abroad, according to insiders. Andrew has kept a low profile since his infamous Newsnight interview in 2019, where he discussed his friendship with the late convicted paedophile. The royal, who resides in Royal Lodge with his former wife, rarely leaves his Windsor estate, and has barely left Britain in nearly 6 years. Prince Andrew would risk facing a fresh FBI investigation over his links to Jeffrey Epstein if he were to travel to the US, as Donald Trump's pick for the intelligence agency's top job promises to expose those connected to the convicted paedophile. Kash Patel stated he would do everything to uncover the full extent of Epstein's case. Lawyers representing the convicted paedophile's victims are urging the UK government to force Prince Andrew to be questioned. The US Bureau had previously requested Home Office assistance to question Andrew in 2020, though the probe was put on hold in 2024. A close friend of the King's brother told The Sun, he is terrified if he goes to America he could be arrested, face civil action or be subpoenaed. He used to be Air Miles Andy, but he will never risk going to America again. The US has been the home of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle since 2020 after they announced they would be stepping back as senior working royals. They reside in California alongside their two children, Archie, 5, and Lilibet, 3. The source revealed that Andrew had only left the UK once since the scandal began, visiting Bahrain, where he has close friends. Andrew has always denied allegations of sexual misconduct. It has been estimated that he paid millions in an out-of-court settlement to Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre in 2022. Fresh evidence has emerged showing a member of the royal family, believed to be Prince Andrew, told Epstein they would play some more soon in February 2011, 2 months after the prince said he cut all contact with the convicted sex offender. The emails surfaced in a London court case involving former Barclays CEO Jess Staley and the Financial Conduct Authority. The Duke of York had previously insisted during his 2019 Newsnight interview that he ceased contact with Epstein in December 2010 after they were photographed in New York's Central Park. Prince Andrew in new secrecy row as bombshell files about his secretive trade trips locked thanks to bizarre royal rule. The Duke of York has come under fire in recent weeks due to his links with a Chinese spy, and now attempts to access files about his trade career have been repeatedly blocked. Prince Andrew has been embroiled in a new secrecy scandal after files about his secretive trade trips representing the UK have been locked until 2065 thanks to a bizarre royal rule. Researchers have been attempting to find out more about his work when he flew across the globe to boost investment. He forged close links with the Middle East, which has led to him reportedly being offered the use of a palace in Abu Dhabi. And he also became good friends with a suspected Chinese spy who has now been turfed out of the country on suspicion of spying for the hostile state. The Foreign Office hold files on his work as an ambassador but have refused to release them, giving a variety of excuses over this. Author Andrew Loney is releasing a biography of the Duke of York next week and says he was told that the files could not be made public until 2065. There is a general rule that papers related to members of the royal family must remain closed until 105 years after their birth. But last week, a spokesperson for the UK Information Commissioner's Office said, "There's nothing in the Freedom of Information Act about that," adding that they were not aware of anything preventing the files' release under any other legislation. A spokesperson for the Foreign Office said, "We take our obligations under the Freedom of Information Act very seriously, and all timeframes are clearly set out in the legislation." He is trying to get access to papers detailing who accompanied the prince on his trade trips after he was accused of using his position and publicly funded trips abroad for private business deals. Earlier this month, an alleged Chinese spy was revealed to be his associate and had an unusual degree of trust with him. It sparked a new row and ended with Andrew not joining the royal family for their Christmas celebrations at Sandringham last week. Other royal files, including those in the Prince previously open for decades, have been reclosed by the National Archives after an internal review. Government papers are usually released after 20 years under the Public Records Act, but there are exemptions for some royals, such as those covering discussions with the monarch, the heir, and second in line to the throne, as well as exemptions for national security, prejudice to the conduct of public affairs, or personal information. The National Archives releases documents every year containing letters or other information about the late Queen, her sister Princess Margaret, or other members of the royal family, within 105 years of their birth. Mr. Loney said that numerous excuses have been used to block his requests, including saying they don't exist, and it is too expensive to search them. A spokesperson for the National Archives said, "When we become aware that open records may contain information that comes under one or more of the exemptions within the FOIA Act, e.g. personal information, those records have their access status amended to access under review to allow for their review under the FOIA Act." Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.